Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. Do you like dead things? Do you like zombies? Boy, do I have the game for you. All flesh must be eaten. This is a cool game. It's about zombies. This book has 227 pages and the copyright of 1999. It's printed by Eden Studios. All the artwork in this book is in black and white. And it's pretty gory, some of it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that artwork. All of the artwork in this book is in black and white. The artwork does a good job at setting a horror theme for this game. There is great zombie violence all over this book. Some of the pictures in this book are way more gruesome than the others, so I have tried to refrain from showing some of the more gory ones. To play this game, what you're going to need is a copy of this core rulebook and some dice. The dice used in this game consist of a 10-sided die, an 8-sided die, 6-sided die, and 4-sided die. Mostly you'll just use the 10-sided die, but you'll roll the others for damage. First thing you need to do to make a character is to pick what type of character you want to be. There are 3 types of characters. There are norms, there are survivors, and there are inspired. And each of these types of characters give you a certain number of points to spend amongst your attributes, your skills, and your qualities and drawbacks. The attributes in this game are strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, perception, and willpower. And those are your primary attributes. Then you have secondary attributes, and the secondary attributes are derived from your primary attributes. You have your life points, which are like hit points, and you figure them up by adding your constitution and your strength, timesing them by 4, and then adding 10. Then you have your endurance points, and to figure them up, you add your constitution, your strength, and your willpower, times it by 3, and then add 5. Then you have your speed, and your speed is determined by adding your constitution and your dexterity, and timesing it by 2. And finally, you have your essence points. That's used for casting magic and stuff, and also zombies can drain your essence from you. And you determine that by adding up all of your primary attributes. And then you pick metaphysics if you are an inspired character, because inspired characters can cast miracles, and that's kind of like magic in this game. And that's pretty much it. You get your equipment. It's got a few characters, pre-made characters in here that you could choose from if you wanted, but it's more fun to make your own. And that's pretty much it for character creation. It's easy, it's simple, and it shouldn't take you too long. The mechanics of this game is pretty simple. You roll the 10-sided die and add that to a combination of an attribute and a skill. And if you're just rolling for an attribute test, then you have 2 types of attribute tests. You have a simple test and a difficult test. For a simple test, you double your attribute score and add it to a 10-sided die. And for a difficult test, you just add the attribute score to a 10-sided die roll. If your total is a 9 or better, you succeed. And after you succeed, you have levels of success. The higher the number generated, the more beneficial the result. You can actually gain points to damage and stuff like that if you roll high enough. And it's pretty cool. This game has a lot of options in it. It gives you several options aside from playing a game of dice. There are rules in here for playing with playing cards, and a rule in here for diceless roleplay, such as just a storyteller system. And in a revised edition, I don't have the revised edition, I just got the original edition. In the revised edition, they even have rules for playing this game in a D20 setting, which is kind of cool. There is a chapter in here on equipment, and it's pretty good. It's got vehicles and everything. It has a chapter for your combat, of course. Chapter for using vehicles and stunts in combat. And one of the neatest parts in this game is it's got a chapter here to build your zombies. For whatever game you're running, you can build your own zombies. And it gives you a lot of options for your zombies. Where the weak spot is, say, a headshot kills them, hitting them in the heart kills them, piercing their spleen kills them, hitting them in the pinky kills them, wherever. It gives you options for their weak spot. Gives you options on how lifelike they are, how fast they are. It gives you options for built-in weapons that they might have. Some of them might be able to breathe fire. Some of them have spikes they could use as weapons. Some of them can burrow underground. Some of them can fly. It's got a lot of different options, so you can build just an amazing zombie for your game, or you can use just a basic zombie, and they have a basic zombie printed up for you in this game that you could use. And then this game gives you little, I guess you call them campaign options. They call them worlds in hell. And each one is a different type of scenario that you can introduce for your characters to play through. And that's like your campaign if you want to do it long term. Or it could be a one night game or a couple of nights. But it's pretty good. Lots of different origins for the zombies in these worlds in hell and so forth. The back of the book gives you a couple of character sheets you can print off for like your norm character, your inspired character, and your survivor character. And it's a pretty good game. I like zombies. I love watching zombie movies. So this was a no-brainer to get for me. That's pretty much all I got to say about this game for right now. Which brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character in this game? Absolutely. I love zombie movies, and I would love to play in a zombie game. Would I run this game? Yes, I would, and yes, I have. I've run this game a couple of times, and it's pretty good. It's pretty easy to run, pretty easy to play. I do have one thing to tell you, though. Steer clear of school buses. I had a very bad incident with school buses in one of my games, and I will never use a school bus in a game ever again, but that's beside the point. Would I recommend this game? Absolutely. If you like zombies, if you like gore, if you like horror, this is a good game for you, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Thank you for joining me at this look at All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Hopefully you'll join me next time where we'll talk about something else. Bye.